get so tired of you Hebrew Israelites, bro. I'm sick of y'all. Like, for real. Because the first thing y'all start trying to do when we start talking about how other nations could be saved, y'all start talking about the law. Oh, well, y'all didn't give them the law. Y'all didn't give them the law. He only gave us the law. Okay, and what did you do? What did we do? We spent 400 years getting abused and used because our ancestors didn't keep the law. So why do y'all keep bringing that up? Why do y'all always bring boasting of the Torah, just like they say, just like the Bible say, y'all boast of the Torah. Every little chance y'all get, y'all boasting about a law that y'all don't even keep. Half of y'all Israelites, like the Bible say, y'all appear righteous on the outside, but on the inside full of sin and hypocrisy. Like, y'all acting like we was perfect at the law. Y'all always bringing it up like our ancestors kept the law. We did not keep the law. That's the reason why we're in this situation. So I don't know why y'all keep bringing that up. Okay? The Most High said, when he gave us the law, even the most righteous men of the Bible kept falling in sin. Solomon, Samson, David. Okay? Solomon had wisdom. That wasn't enough for him to keep the law. David had the law in his heart. That wasn't enough for him to keep the law. Okay? Because they were spiritually dead. They were spiritually dead. So what did the Most High do? He said, I got to do something about this. Because my people, we failed at keeping the law. We're still failing at it. That's why he gave his spirit. That's why he said, if you are not born again, you will not enter the kingdom. Born again of what? Born again of the spirit. You have to have the spirit. That's why in 1 John says, those that are born again do not sin. Why is that? Because they are not themselves. They now have the spirit of the Messiah. So when they have the spirit of the Messiah, he's going to lead them into righteousness. He's going to lead them to keep the law, to be subject to the law through his spirit. And then y'all try to twist words, I'm talking about, we don't teach, I said that the Most High not dealing with the law. I never said that. I said he's not dealing with the law alone anymore. Because when he did that, our people continue to fail. Like, I don't understand. Y'all always talking about the law that y'all don't even keep. Make it make sense. Romans 7:5-6. For when we were in the flesh, the motions of sin, which were by the law, did work in our members to bring forth fruit unto death. But now we are delivered from the law, that being dead wherein we were held, that we should serve in the newness of spirit and not the oldness of the letter. So what does that say? That said, when we were trying to keep the law in the flesh, when there was no spirit involved, it said we brought forth motions of sin, which brought forth fruit unto death. Which means when there's no spirit, when there's Torah and no spirit, when there's a law and no spirit, there's a death. Do y'all get it? Like, so all you Israelites that keep thinking y'all gonna work your way into the kingdom, I'm gonna keep the law, keep the commandments. It don't, alone, without the spirit, you're not gonna get, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And I notice y'all hypocrites always wanna, when we bring up Paul's teachings, y'all always wanna talk about y'all love Paul. But it was Paul that said that women shouldn't be teaching in 1 Timothy. Y'all love that scripture. When y'all try to banish women from teaching, y'all run right to Paul. That's what y'all do. So I'm just sick of the hypocrisy. I'm tired of it. Like, y'all always talk about Paul. Y'all say, what did the Most High say? Y'all always say that when we try to talk about what Paul said. Well, what did the Most High say? Oh, but then y'all like to run on 1 Timothy. But what did the Most High say? Didn't the Most High say he was going to pour his spirit on all women, on all flesh, and his women and his men shall prophesy? Which means he gave them authority to speak. Oh, okay. So when y'all bringing up Paul, it's override what y'all say. Like, no. Keep thinking you're going to work your way into the kingdom and you're going to be down there playing buddy with the devil in hell. Okay? At the end of the day, if there's no spirit, let me say it again. If there's no spirit, Israelites, there is no kingdom. No matter how many type of commandments you think you're going to keep. And y'all got to seriously be sniffing Shinola if y'all think that I'm saying that is a Edomite or any other heathen nation going to just walk right in the kingdom as they are. Everybody has to be born again. Everybody has to be made new. So you mean to tell me an Edomite that the Most High has blessed with the Ruach HaKodesh, has given them a clean heart, a clean mind, they have become a new person? They not that same person that they was. They are a new person in the Messiah. And you mean to tell me they still can't be saved? Real Delulu. Okay? Real Delulu. Strong Delulu. Like the Bible say. I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay. I can't let this one go, man. Fuck this bitch. I don't know this bitch from a goddamn hole in the ground, but I can't let it go. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. The hopeful elect scattered as a speckled bird throughout all corners of the earth. Through the different slave trades, sub-Saharan, transatlantic, reverse triangular slave trades, financed by the Amalekite Khazars calling themselves the JEWs, and are not, but do lie about being Israelites. They started calling themselves Israelites in 1860, but that's beside the point. What they're talking about is crazy. Or what she's talking about is crazy. Let me stop over here at Acts right quick, because, yeah, bitch, yeah, you need to shut your mouth, because of what it says in Proverbs 9 and 13. A foolish woman is clamorous and is simple and knoweth nothing. I mean, the machine just jumped off right then. Boom! Right dead on the knob. Right? Let's go over here to, I got Acts 17. Right? Because she's talking about everybody can be saved. That's what she's talking about. Right? Where everybody can be saved. I think it was in, no, I think, yeah, Amos, I went the wrong way. It was Amos 3 and 2. Right? I'll start with Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken unto you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt. So the family of people that the Most High brought up from the land of Egypt are the Israelites. Those are the ones he saved out of Egypt. Those are the ones he brought through the Red Sea. Those are the ones that he had in derision for 40 years in the desert because of their continued disobedience. And we're still disobeying the law. This chick doesn't understand. She says I think she believes that the law is done away with because she's in the spirit. What the fuck does the spirit got to do with anything? Okay? I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a major part of our faith, but it's about the grace that was given us that absolves us from the violations that we make constantly, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in keeping the law. Judges chapter 5, verse 11 says, let's go over here to Judges chapter 5, verse 11, and then go back to Amos. I mean, wow, man. Judges chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers, and they that are delivered, because Joel chapter 2, verse 32 says, they that shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be delivered. So the only people that know the name of the Lord are Israelites that believe in that name, that have faith in that name, that is the true name of the Lord. They are the Israelites that are going to be delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water. And the places of drawing water are wherever we've been scattered in the lands of our captivity, where we think constantly upon the name of the Lord. Clearly, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, had mercy on this nigga, N-dub. Let's put it in, because I don't want to be too, I should, but I ain't going to do it because I don't know nothing about this cow. Okay? That she's keep running her fucking mouth. Okay? For one, you ain't supposed to keep, women are supposed to keep silent in the churches. Okay? You're supposed to keep silence. If you have anything to say, you're supposed to have a godly man that studies the Bible so you can go and ask him questions. Clearly, you don't have a man, or else you wouldn't have your fucking mouth open. Okay? There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, which is to fear God and keep his commandments. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. Right? So what are you saying? The law, the law, the law, the law. You're trying to go around and circumvent the law and go around the law. Then you're talking shit on the men that preach. Right? Okay, that's what you're doing. Amos chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Okay? So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is currently in the stages of still punishing us for swearing to Moses, his prophet, his leader that he chose and set up as the righteous government on earth back then when we came out of the Red Sea, okay, and Aaron the high priest, right? We swore in the face of the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that we would fear him, keep his commandments to all generations, and we have not kept them to this day. Cow? That's the reason why they push the law, okay? And they may have forgotten about, okay, the parts of the law that are the most important. It's possible. They may have forgotten it. Okay, I wouldn't doubt it. Okay, so like you. Okay.
The Most High say. Y'all always say that when we try to talk about what Paul said. Well, what did the Most High say? Oh.
See, just got her mouth. This chick got hatred for the prophets out there on the street corners, man. Those guys are risking their lives and their freedom to tell you this truth to your face. Okay, the Spirit came upon you at that time. Now you got your mouth open and you can't shut the fuck up. They did your ass a favor. Okay? Amos 5 and 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Right? Nigga woman, man, with her motherfucking mouth open. Okay? Real talk. Proverbs 9 and 13. A woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, let's go over here to Romans. You know, Romans chapter 15, verse 4, right? For whatsoever things were written aforetime, which is the law, were written for our learning. Remember, the families of the earth are the Israelites. You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. The entire narrative of the Bible is about the Israelites. And goddamn the thing to do about the Israeli. It ain't got a goddamn thing to do about the Edomites. It ain't got a goddamn thing to do about none of them motherfuckers. The Most High God loves is Israelites. Period. We are the chosen people of the Lord. He chose us to be a special people unto himself above all nations that are upon the face of the earth. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. He chose us. We didn't choose him. That's where the fucking problem went, you stupid cow. Wow, man. Anyway, where was I at? Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 14. Okay, hold on. I mean, bitch, yeah, she set me on fire this morning. Running her goddamn mouth. Right? 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 34. Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak. But you got your goddamn mouth open. Right? But they are commanded to be commanded. Commanded. You don't have a man to command you to do anything, and you ain't going to do nothing a man tells you to do. Right? So you are in violation of the fucking law. cow. Why you talking shit? But they are commanded to be under obedience. You ain't going to obey what a man tells you to do. That's the reason why you're single now, bitch. As also saith the law. As also saith the law. So Paul and the law told you that you are commanded to be under obedience under the law, and you are not permitted to speak and to keep silence. But you are in violation of the law. Cow, get it? Verse 35, and if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, of which you do not have. For it is a shame for women to speak in the church. It's like in the church. Okay? It is a shame for you to run your goddamn mouth. You are in violation of the commandments of the law to be under obedience and to keep silence. You're in violation. Okay? Let's go to 1 Timothy. While you was talking shit about 1 Timothy, I don't know what you had in something in your mouth about Timothy. What Timothy do to you? I don't get it. Bitch, you got something to say about Timothy? Then you ain't right. Get you twisted. You trying to get these crackers out from under, because some of them you done made your friends by beating up a couple of people in high school, and now some of you got some of these white bitches your friends probably. Monkey bitch. That's what's wrong with you now. Okay, 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. You're not of subjection unto any man, because you have no husband. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Okay, let's finish. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the first in the transgression. Okay, so we're at the bottom, bitch, and it's your fault. Okay, why you got your goddamn mouth open where you're supposed to keep your mouth shut? That's the reason why it says all over the Bible, shut your goddamn mouth. Okay, because you, not Adam, you thought it was best to have the knowledge and wisdom and understanding of a God and to be able to live forever when it was not time for that to happen. Okay? And you took in the philosophies and the ideologies of all the heathen nations that were about you. Adam and Eve were the chosen seed. Adam, male and female, made he them, were not. Okay? There's two Geneses. You have one in Genesis chapter 1 concerning Adam and Eve. And then you have Genesis chapter 5 concerning male and female that were both called Adam. So you believed the philosophies of those called Adam and accepted what they said, worshiping false gods and creeping things and fowls of the air and beasts of the fucking field. Right? That was the wicked philosophy. You got your mouth open right now, filled with the knowledge from the tree of the knowledge of the good and evil. Right now. In complete goddamn confusion. You refuse to obey. You refuse to be in subjection under your husband. And you don't even have a husband. Get that shit. And then you're going to call somebody a goddamn hypocrite. Okay. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25. Where's my book? Hold on. Ecclesiasticus. Got something for you, ho. Teach you a lesson. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25. While you're talking shit. Verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Okay? You have your portion as a sinner. The only people that can sin are Israelites because the law was given to the Israelites, not everybody. Everybody can't be saved. God damn it. I'm so sorry. Boo. All men cannot be saved. The all men argument does not work. Okay? It just don't work. I don't know what the fuck to tell you, boo. Let me see if I can shed a fucking tear. The law, statutes, and commandments were given to the Israelites. The only people that can commit a sin and violate God's law and piss him off are Israelites. No one else. Okay? Now, the Israelites are scattered, and we look like every nation on the face of the earth because of the different captivities that we've been in, of the different agreements of the slave masters that we made an agreement to, where we put an awl through our neck or through our nose or through our ear, okay, which married us to our slave masters in those countries as we tried to make our way to the land of Israel, where we were in captivity of all of these different nations. The slave, as being slaves, the slave master would give us a woman that we could reproduce more slaves for him. We fall in love with the woman, and our family, after 7 years, as it is in the law, we were supposed to be free. But if you decide to stay, right? If you decide to stay, you would marry yourself to the slave master. Thereby, you can keep your woman and your family. So, individuals like that have been stayed in these different nations, from nation to nation to nation, okay, who were Israelites coming out of the Red Sea, okay, in the desert, coming from the desert, on passing over the River Jordan, and being spread throughout all the earth at that point in time, taking over that nation, this nation, that nation, this nation. King Og of Bashan, just wiping motherfuckers the fuck out. You know, they were wiped out before we even got there. We just went over there to occupy their houses and their land. Right? Just like during the Renaissance period, the rebirth of the Roman Empire, the empire of the Edomites, where they went throughout all the land of the European nations that were ran by the so-called dark races, or the Moors, right? Who happened to be Israelites. That's the reason why they called it the Holy Roman Empire. Okay, because it was ran by us. See? But due to our continued disobedience and keeping God's law, the curses of Deuteronomy found us again. Okay, and destroyed us with pestilence and disease. The bubonic plague, typhoid married, right? Black plague, right? And wiped us out. When the Edomites went into succession and came out of the caves, right, and took over, there was none left to fight. Okay, they did exactly what we did, what the Most High God did for us, the Most High God did for these Edomites. And for a short season, Satan was loosed out of his prison. And the living embodiment of Satan on earth and satanic power are Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You got Pope motherfucking Francis talking shit out of the side of his neck about all of the different religions and their belief systems are sure ways to the Most High God, but the surest way is satanic, is worshiping Satan. The surest way to God, a pathway to God, is worshiping Satan. This is the Catholic, these are these Edomites that you want to save, bitch. Right? That's their leader on earth. Right? Because, I mean, you know, people like you know. Okay. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 22. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. That's you. You probably got people talking shit about you behind your back at work, if you got a job. You full of impudence. You impudent, you hard-headed, you stiff-necked, you clamorous, you simple, and you don't know shit. But you think you got some wisdom. You think you got some understanding. Just because you know how to read. Just because you know how to read don't mean you know that you understand what you're reading. Understandest thou what thou readest? No. You Edomite trash. Loving a motherfucking the white folks. What's wrong with you, so-called white man? They're Edomites, goddammit. A wicked woman, okay. Right, verse 24. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 24. Of the woman became the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 34 through 36 just clarified that. Okay. Adam was not the first in the transgression, but the woman was the first in the transgression. Right? Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. What is sin? 1 John chapter 3 verse 4 says, he that sinneth transgresseth also the law, for sin is transgression of the law. If the law was unimportant and didn't mean nothing, why are the apostles and Apostle Paul making references to the law in the Old Testament if the law is done away with? Okay? That's what the fucking problem is. You trying to come up with some other you trying to come up with some other way. You trying to come up some other way. Just like all the rest of these false camps and shit. Okay, let's go to James. If I can find it. Let's go to James 1:1. James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. All nations cannot be saved. The 12 tribes scattered abroad are going to be saved. Those are the Gentile Israelite foreigners. Okay, let's go get it. Salakia. Okay. James, let's go get James 1:1. Scattered abroad. Okay, hold on. Was I right? Hold on. Go back. Hold on. It was a Peter 1:1. Salakia. And the NLT. This letter is from Peter, an apostle of Yahushua HaMashiach. I am writing to Yahweh's chosen people who are living as foreigners in the provinces of Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Father, knew you and chose you long ago, and his Spirit has made you holy. As a result, you have obeyed him and have been cleansed by the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach. May the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai give you more and more peace and grace. Elect to the foreknowledge of the Most High, the Father, through sanctification of the Spirit, unto obedience and sprinkling of the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach. Grace unto you and peace be multiplied. Does not give you leave to continue to run your fucking mouth. Okay? And continue to violate the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. What the hell, chick? Right? Jeremiah chapter 12. Hold on. I'm doing the best I can to tear this bitch apart, man. Because she's up here telling the fucking lie trying to save these crackers. Jeremiah chapter 12. I'd stay in Jeremiah and tear your ass apart. Verse 9. Mine heritage is as unto me as a speckled bird. The birds, which are the other nations round about, are against her, right? Just like it says in Psalms 83, right? The tabernacles of Edom and of the Ishmaelites and of Moab and of the Hagarenes and of Ammon and of Gebal, right? And of the Philistines and of Amalek and of the Egyptians. These are the birds round about that are against her. The heritage of the Most High God, a speckled bird, scattered, living as foreigners among heathen nations. Salakia, do you understand that? That's where that comes from. Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 18. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness. And you're trying to push foolishness through your simplicity of mind and heart concerning the biblical scriptures. Okay? You are becoming simple. You're clamorous. You don't know what else to do with your hands. And you know nothing. So what did you do? You picked up the Bible in violation of what the Most High God, through his servant, the prophet Paul, the apostle Paul, that you are against, clearly, okay, in order to say that you're in the spirit. Well, the law without works is dead. And to prove that you have works means that you must be not only in the spirit, but have faith, which is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. You're not acting on faith. You're not acting with confidence. Okay, in the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's not what you're doing. You're running your goddamn mouth. Okay? And you know nothing. You're a complete and blathering idiot. Okay? And that's what we're trying to explain to you. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and I will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Skip down to verse 21. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 21. For after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world, which you clearly are a worldly woman, talking about Yah, and a Yah Israelite, okay, and you're completely confused watching all these different camps, because I don't know what camp you went to. Clearly it had to be a Yah camp, or it may not. I don't know. By wisdom knew not the Most High. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. For the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom. Right? You require a fucking sign, right? You want a sign from the Lord saying that you're an Israelite, saying that you have to keep the law. And I just broke it down to you, explaining to you that you are to keep silence in the churches, that you are to keep silence and be in subjection of your husband at home. If you have any questions, you are to ask your husband, who's supposed to be a godly man. You don't have a man. And if you do, okay, let's go back to Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 22. If a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. Right? And let's go back over here. Verse 17, Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 17. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance as sackcloth. Verse 18, and my point. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, he shall sigh bitterly. Okay. So clearly you're giving your man issues. You know, child support and some more shit. When the Most High told you by commanded that you should be in silence and you should be subjected to your husband. You ain't gonna do that. Fuck that. You like running your mouth, don't you? Right? Verse 32. 1 Corinthians chapter 14. Verse 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So how are you talking shit on God's men that he put out there? Now, Joel chapter 2, as I said earlier in the video, the spirit that's been poured out upon you was because you had been activated of Isaiah chapter 51, verse 20. You came across, let's go get it so I can read to other individuals that don't understand where I'm coming from. Isaiah chapter 51, verse 20. Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God. That's what activated your ass and made you and prompted you to go over there and to start asking questions. And then you got rebuked by righteous men, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. You're pissed off because they have and are skillfully manipulating the biblical scriptures in order to cause your ass to defile your own soul. And you mad and pissed off because you've been convicted by the Holy Spirit because you're not perfect, because you ain't doing right. And you know you're not doing right, or else you wouldn't have your goddamn mouth open. Right? Verse 34. Verse 33, for the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. Verse 34, 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 34, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as saith also the law. But you say the law is done away with. Why you keep preaching the law? I don't get it. I don't get it. The law tells you in the New Testament that you are to be subjected and commanded to be under obedience under your man. You ain't got a man. So you don't have to obey, right? And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. That is a command from the Lord. But you ain't doing that, right? Go back over here to 1 Timothy that you was talking shit on. Okay, let's get him. Let's get Brother Timothy while you talking shit, because you were talking shit on Timothy. No reason. Here, let's talk shit on Timothy because we can. I got a big mouth, right? 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. If you would learn anything, learn from your husband at home. But you don't have a man. So how are you going to be under subjection to a man? To ask questions. You get on the motherfucking internet talking shit. Telling everybody about your folly because you don't understand. Okay? So hopefully you get across this video so you'll understand. Because you're a fucking idiot. Right? But, okay. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Keep your goddamn mouth shut. Be in subjection. As it is commanded under the law. Also the law. Right? To be in subjection unto your husband. Right? If you learn anything, but you ain't learning nothing. Right? For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. It's your fault. While you talking shit, bitch. It's your fault that we're in the condition that we are as a people. So that's the reason why the Bible prompts you to keep your mouth shut, because somebody's going to punch your mouth. Because in their spirit that you talk so highly of, they're going to remember that it's your fault that they can't get a job, that they're drug addicts, that they're whores, sluts, murderers in prison, being shot down in the street, being disobedient to their parents, disobedient to the mother, disobedient to their father, every goddamn thing else. It's your fault. Okay? Because you were the first that violated God's law. Adam didn't do it. You did. You loudmouth nigga woman. Okay? Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. You clearly don't fear God, and you haven't read all of the biblical scriptures, or else you would keep silence and continue to study. And if you had any respect in order to be in subjection as commanded by the law, in the New Testament no less, you would go and ask those men that are on the street corners risking their lives and their freedom questions, and tell them that you don't have a man. Maybe there's a single man in their group that is looking for a righteous woman. And y'all can learn from one another. You didn't even stop to think about that shit, huh? Running your goddamn mouth. Anyway, that's all I had to say about it. Stupid cow. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Shalom.